Would you like to grow stronger in your optimism? What's going on, guys? Dr. Shawn here with a big question today, and that is, would you like to grow stronger in your optimism? Now, from time to time, many of us have thought, I am just the way I am. I've always been this way. My whole culture is this way. And that has everything to do with why I think the way I think. A lot of us think that we are born optimistic, and a lot of us think that we are just born kind of the way we are, not necessarily optimistic, glass half empty. But there's a part of us that knows that, man, maybe that doesn't help us all the time. So I just have a couple of tips just in case you're interested in becoming stronger in your optimism. Now, the first is make a decision, make a choice. It's something that I've had to do multiple times throughout my life. I remember once I was probably a teenager, and I don't know what the circumstances were, but I felt like somebody had done me wrong, and I did feel justified to be angry. But I decided that, I don't think I want to live angry. I don't want to walk around feeling heavy and angry and feeling like, feeling like I'm stuck. I just didn't want to feel that. I didn't want to walk around with that. I didn't want to give that. I didn't want to emote that. I didn't want it for myself, basically. And so I made a decision, and it did feel good making that decision. And I've had to do that multiple times, actually, throughout my life. You see yourself behaving in a way that is not consistent with what you want, and then you have to figure out, why did I do that? I think there was a part of me that thought at first, if I walk around angry, well then whatever happened to me before won't happen again, because people know not to mess with me. But I wasn't thinking at first about the damage that walking around with anger was doing to me just chronically. So the first recommendation is to make a decision, make a choice that, I don't want this for myself. And that's a big decision, by the way. Another recommendation is to perform some acts of kindness. Maybe you are in a field where you are serving people. We're all in fields where we're serving people, actually. But maybe we can go the extra mile here and there. I don't know what that looks like for you at your work. For me, it's answering questions. It's making sure that people understand their test results, their circumstances, the implications of our decisions, what we are recommending. So it's answering questions for me many times and going that extra mile. And you know that people are getting it when they thank you. Everybody knows when somebody is going that extra mile for them and they're getting something, they're getting more than what they expect. Okay, so some acts of kindness, perform some acts of kindness. I hope you hear what I'm saying here. The first was exercise some choices to not feel angry all the time. Exercise choice. Exercise some acts of kindness. Okay, if we want to grow stronger in our optimism, we're talking about exercising, right? And then the final recommendation I want to offer you is to say thank you. Make a habit of saying thank you. Exercise some gratitude. If you're not saying thank you 20, 30, 40 times a day, well then, you're missing some opportunities to exercise your gratitude and grow stronger in optimism. Now, just a couple of disclaimers here. A lot of what we are talking about, it also requires making ourselves a little bit vulnerable, right? I mean, to say thank you, it does require a little vulnerability to acknowledge that somebody is doing something for you, that we need help, that we can benefit from help. Okay, so it requires being vulnerable. And if we reach out and help somebody, they may not appreciate it, right? And so we have to make ourselves vulnerable for this. And then again, when we decide that, okay, I'm not going to carry around this weapon of anger, well then that of course means that we are making ourselves a little bit vulnerable. So that's the first disclaimer. And the second is that becoming more optimistic is developmental. We become stronger in our optimism the more we exercise it. If you see yourself behaving in a manner that you're not really happy with, try not to beat yourself up. Realize that it's a developmental idea here, a developmental issue here. Optimism is kind of like a muscle. And so we get stronger in our optimism when we are exercising our choice to be optimistic, when we are exercising acts of kindness, and when we are exercising our gratitude. Take care, guys. I hope that keeps you